If they lock me up for some insane bull, I didn't do it. And if they say I killed myself, I didn't kill myself either. It's all a
Just 6 days after this podcast was released, on the 23rd of December 2022, Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan were arrested following an ongoing investigation involving several serious crimes. However, we're going to outline the events that led up to this point and how a pizza box could have potentially played a massive role in their arrest. But in order for us to understand how Andrew managed to find himself in this situation, we need to first understand how he managed to conquer all social media in the first place. Every couple of years, social media is introduced to different self-proclaimed alpha males who preach about self-discipline, work ethic, and business while flaunting their flamboyant lifestyles. However, what separates Andrew Tate from all of these lifestyle gurus is that he doesn't need to portray himself in a way to gain social media clout. He really is what he claims to be, a 4-time world champion kickboxer, self-made multimillionaire who runs several businesses. One of which being a get-rich-quick scheme dubbed Hustlers University that was launched in 2021. It's an online academy that promises to teach high-paying skills that you can quickly turn into wealth for just $50 a month. At the time of the launch, Andrew was barely known on social media. He had an Instagram and YouTube channel where he would share his thoughts on the real world and flaunt his lifestyle. However, it never gained the attention Andrew wanted. He had a well-established business course, yet almost nobody to sell it to, so he needed a way to go viral. During the first month of 2022, Andrew described putting together a particular strategy that would ultimately become the key to his quest to conquer social media. Andrew's formula was simple. He says shocking things that would get a reaction out of people, and whether it was positive or negative, these reactions would lead to more exposure.
I do know how to administer CPR. However, I will not administer CPR unless you're a hot female. It's bang out the machete, boom in her face, then grip her up by the neck. Like, shut up, bitch!
People would then clip those controversial statements and post them to their TikTok where they would gain millions of views while promoting Hustlers University in their bio. This simple yet genius strategy would ultimately lead to Andrew's name being recognized from every corner of the globe and a tremendous amount of people joining Hustlers University. However, it wasn't long before Tate fell victim to cancel culture. On the 20th of August 2022, Andrew Tate was banned for violating community guidelines on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for the same reason: hate speech. The number one narrative across all social media platforms was that Andrew Tate was a misogynist whose only message was to make women inferior. While many considers cancellation as a win for the population, others knew this was just another example of cancel culture. It was easy to believe that Andrew Tate would never be seen on social media again. However, the complete opposite happened. Despite the media trying to silence him, he's gained even more exposure to his name. More people are still searching for him than Joe Biden, Mr. Beast, and the whole country of Romania. Just days after Tate's ban, he would upload a video titled Tate's Final Message to express his thoughts on recent situations.
I would never shout for any of the people who disagree with anything I say to be silenced or canceled, because I don't think that helps the world. I think that discourse is always going to be the way that we lead ourselves to the truth. And if anybody has anything contrary to say about any of my points of view, I welcome it. I like to hear it. And as long as it's in a respectful and adult manner, I often platform it on my platforms as much as possible so I can sit and discuss and I can learn things.
He would further explain how all previous allegations of him holding 2 women captive were completely false. We can all come to a general agreement that Andrew Tate has defied the odds of cancel culture. Despite the many attempts at silencing Andrew Tate, including schools re-educating students brainwashed by him, and literally every social media platform banning him, it's apparent that Andrew Tate has had little to no effect from these consequences. Sure, you may have seen a slight decrease in Tate videos going around. However, compared to all the other celebrities that have been victim to cancel culture, Andrew Tate's cancellation is in no way similar to those of Kanye West, DaBaby, or Will Smith. In fact, the mass censorship of Andrew Tate actually had the opposite effect of what was expected. It caused many people to pay more attention to Andrew Tate, anticipating his next moves. And luckily for Rumble, they used this opportunity to sign a $100 million deal with Andrew Tate, which promised that he would exclusively post content only on that platform. This was a great decision from both parties. Andrew would gain tremendous money, and Rumble would attract millions of new users. All was going reasonably well for Andrew. Meanwhile, on Twitter, following Elon Musk's acquisition, he decided to restore many banned names on Twitter such as Donald Trump, Kanye West, and of course Andrew Tate. However, it was during this time that things between various influencers started heating up. On the 27th of December 2022, Andrew would tweet at Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg, taunting her with no reason whatsoever about his exotic car collection and the enormous emissions they had. Greta responded to Andrew's tweet with a deadly comeback the following day. Just hours later, Andrew Tate would post another response video with a Romanian pizza box and a $700 Versace robe.
Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled. Thank you. So I'm actually mad at Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix. She thinks she's doing good. Someone has sat her down and convinced her to try and convince you to beg your government to tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot.
Just 2 days later, a video of Romanian authorities escorting Andrew and Tristan Tate from their home surfaced the internet. In a statement issued by the Directorate for the Investigation of Organized Crime and Terrorism, they identified 6 potential victims who were sexually assaulted by the Tate brothers and 2 identified Romanian citizens. According to the press release issued by DICOT, victims were recruited by the Tate brothers by making them believe they were interested in genuine relationships before transporting them to houses where they would be forced to create adult content. The women were allegedly subjected to physical violence and mental coercion through intimidation, constant surveillance, control, and invoking alleged deaths. The news wreaked havoc on all social media platforms. People were scrambling for answers while false rumors and theories were spreading around like wildfire. Andrew Tate's arrest was faked. Andrew Tate officially gets sentenced to 15 years in prison. One of the most popular theories that led to Tate's arrest was the pizza box seen in the response video he posted for Greta. However, what failed to be considered was that Romanian officials had already implemented arrest warrants and investigations since the beginning of 2021. It was also noted that in March 2022, an injured person was forced on 2 different occasions by a suspect, presumably Andrew, through the exercise of physical violence and psychological pressure to have sexual relations. However, these weren't the first few times the Tate brothers have been accused of similar crimes. In April of 2022, Romanian police were caught on camera raiding the Tate residence following a tip that 2 American women were being held captive. Both brothers were questioned before their release. On the 5th of January 2023, Vice uploaded an exclusive interview with an alleged victim who accused Andrew of being physically violent towards her and other women Andrew lived with within 2015. She described Andrew's behavior as abusive and manipulative. The same situation was addressed by Tate himself on the Fresh and Fit podcast 1 year prior.
She went to the police and told the police I hit her when I didn't. Whoa. So it's 5 in the morning, and this is about 4 months later. 5 in the morning, 4 months later, I'm laying in bed. Girl here, chilling, living the life. And I heard the door, boom, 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 boom. And I don't know how I knew, I just knew it was police.
A day after it was announced that Andrew Tate was arrested, a tweet was posted to Andrew Tate's official Twitter account stating, "The Matrix Center agents." Those who followed Andrew leading up to his arrest noticed a typical pattern with what Andrew had been saying on recent podcasts.
It's the most common tactic in the world. First, they insult your character and attack you. It's stage 1 of the 3 stages. They attack you, your character, and cancel you. They put you in jail for something you did not do. And the last is they kill you. And I'll make it very clear here, I would never kill myself under any circumstances, ever.
Most of his fans instantly believed that Andrew's prediction came true, deciding that all the allegations against Tate were undoubtedly false. Several people who claim to have been close with Andrew, such as Aiden Ross and Myron Gaines, have also defended both brothers.
What I want to say is, these guys are the furthest thing from criminals. They're the furthest thing from human traffickers. I mean, these allegations are ludicrous. These guys have children. These guys donate to charities. These guys willingly provide different support systems all over Romania that they don't necessarily might not talk about publicly, right? For obvious reasons.
I just hope it isn't true, for one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to think. I just woke up, so I got hit with it like this.
However, most importantly, Andrew's ex-girlfriend took to social media with a post expressing her thoughts on the situation.
Coming from somebody who lived with him for years, he is not a human trafficker. He would never rape anybody, and he would certainly never ever human traffic anyone either, including his brother.
When looking at the past allegations and recent arrests of Andrew and Tristan, it's easy to conclude that they are both criminals, as the #1 narrative across all social media platforms is that they are traffickers. However, the truth is, we don't know who to believe until they're actually proven to be guilty of their crimes or not. The concept of being innocent until proven guilty has taken the situation by storm. It's innocent until proven guilty, not the other way around. Wait and see is always a wise move. However, on the 12th of January, there was one crucial piece of evidence that could potentially determine Andrew and Tristan's innocence or not. And it all came down to a leaked voice message, presumably from 2015.
You seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't f***ing pass out? Chill the f*** out. Jesus Christ, I thought you were cool. What's wrong with you?
The voice message would ultimately spark massive debates all over the internet, as everyone was scrambling to find out whether the voice was replicated by artificial intelligence or not. To everyone saying this is a deepfake, notice the audio in the background and the mic popping. Deepfakes 99% of the time don't have these. While another comment contradicts this by stating, "It don't even sound like Andrew, it sounds like AI." However, in a world where voice and face can easily be replicated by artificial intelligence, it would be impossible to find the truth in these statements for now. Yet at the end of the day, the leaked voice recording could be seen as a crucial part in helping the Tate's case.